All right, guys, you done it. You done it. You got Watachi thinking. Some of you asked me questions and stuff, and you got Watachi thinking. Somebody asked me, when did I get involved in mountain climbing? That's fun. My family comes from the mountains. Uh, I grew up in Indianapolis, basically, south side of Indianapolis, called Greenwood. That was all whites down there. When I grew up, it was all whites. But the majority of my dad's side of the family came from Tennessee. My mom's side of the family came from Ohio, which kind of something I just started realizing again, but we'll talk about that later. There was a time that I was probably 11, 12 years old, been riding dirt bikes and go-karts and mini bikes and stuff since I was about 3. And we went down. My mom and dad took us down. It was probably about the second or third time I met my cousin that I dearly love. His name's Tommy Robertson down in Tennessee, Campbell County, Tennessee. But he was about 4 years older than me. And this guy always had the toys. Every time I went down, he always had good toys. I mean, toys a man would like. Maybe not a girl. But I want to tell you, the first time I remember we went out, well, there was a lot of times we went down for like a Christmas weekend or something, and we went back, and I was real young, and he was a little old. He was 4 years older than me, but when we both, by the time at a certain age, we would go down there. I was looking forward to seeing just what kind of stuff he had, because my uncle, he didn't play. He bought his son good toys, good ones. And so around about 11, 12 years old, I went down there on a vacation with my family, of course. And my cousin, he's taking me outside and he's showing me, he's got this, I don't know what year it was, but it was a 350 Honda, extended forks. It wasn't a full chopper or nothing. It had a different rake than the normal, and it had a longer extended fork out on the front. But you couldn't really call it a chopper. It was just an extended fork thing. That was back in the 70s, folks. You had to understand that. We had them on our bicycles as well. But he had this 350 Honda. He lived on the side of a mountain, folks. I ain't kidding you. I ain't kidding you. My uncle's house was on the side of a mountain. When you come up to their house, the driveway, you're coming up a road like this, and when you took a turn to go up his driveway, it went straight like this, and you had to drive up and over and then down into his driveway parking area and stuff. I ain't playing with you. That was the property. It was in our family. I don't know if he still owns it today. I'm pretty sure he's still alive, so he probably still owns that same property. It was turned into a daycare and stuff, but that driveway never changed. That driveway is still almost straight up and down. I ain't lying to you. Jacksboro, Tennessee. Anyway, before it was ever a daycare, my uncle and my cousins and everybody, they all lived in that house. And I went down there, and my cousin, he's 4 years older than me, remember? He's taking me outside, and he's showing me this 350 Honda bike. He knows I like riding bikes and dirt bikes and stuff. And he's showing me this thing out there, and he's going, now, I'm going, well, let's ride it. Let's take and go ride it. And he's going, well, can't do it. The throttle's broke. And I ain't got the money to get a new throttle or anything. And so we're not going to be able to ride it. And I said, all right, well, wait a minute. Throttle's broke. All right. How about, oh, and it was a 350 Honda, so it had 2 carburetors. I said, all right, you know what? I'll tell you what. I can sit on the back seat behind you, and I'll reach down around with my fingers, and I'll move the throttles on the carburetor. You guys can believe this or not. My cousin's still alive. I'll give you his phone number. We did this. I said, I'll do the throttles on the 2 carburetors with my fingers behind him, and he drives the bike, shifts gears, and I'll do the throttling. Folks, we were so much a hillbilly family. Me and my cousin didn't even think twice about it. And you know what? I told you, his driveway was, it was almost straight up and down. And the hill behind the house was the same thing. We weren't playing. He got on it. It fired right up. I put my legs around it, and I started using the throttles like this underneath the seat he was sitting on. I'm doing the throttles on the carburetor. I don't care if you believe it or not. And we went like this, hit that hill, went straight up that hill, that mountain, and went over the top of it. I guarantee it. God knows we did it. Me and him know we did it. And my family know we did it because they went, what, where? And they went out and looked and saw us going over the top. Me giving the throttle under my cousin while he's driving and shifting gears. We ran that thing all over Jacksboro. We didn't have licenses, insurance, tags on the bike, nothing. And I'm running the throttles. We ran all over town with that thing. There ain't no lie. Folks, I'm just telling you this story because it's just been brought back to my memory. A lot of my memory is stuff I don't want to think about. These are things I wish it's all I thought about. It was fun. Me and my cousin, I'm going on, folks. I know it's 9 minutes. You guys are going to have to listen for a little bit. We went out. I went up on me head. They owned a 10-acre side of a mountain. I ain't playing with you. That was when they had a bunch of money. we went up there to visit them. No, it was probably back in the 80s or no, the 90s. In the 90s. We go up on, man, it's beautiful. I wish I could show you the pictures, and he wish he still owned it today. But my cousin had this layout. He was a millionaire, multimillionaire. But he had this 650 quad. He said, hey, up on top of the mountain, up here, there's a big rock sticks out that you can sit up on there. And I go, well, let's go. And he goes, well, this thing won't go all the way to the top unless, well, it wouldn't go all the way to the top anyway. But he had a big rack out. It was a hunting quad. They had a big rack out on the front in case he needed to haul deer or whatever. But he told me, he goes, man, it's so straight up and down. You're going to have to get out on the front of this thing and lean way out in order for us to take this thing 3/4 of the way up, and then we'll walk the other quarter of the way up. So, all right, I'm game. I jumped on the front of this thing, folks, and I was the counterbalance going up. And we did make it 3/4 away. And then we went to the top and we sat up there on this big rock and we could see hundreds of miles. I guarantee you. Blue Ridge Mountains, stuff around there. It was beautiful. Sit up there and burned a joint. That's fact. Next time I came up on that mountain, he had a golf cart. I ain't playing with a golf cart this time. And you wouldn't believe how far we got that golf cart to go. It was gas powered though. But I'll tell you what, it didn't make it even a third of the way up that damn mountain. Not even a third. And me and my cousin, Tommy Robertson, have climbed things with broken bikes, motorcycles, street bikes, and the best off-road quad 650 you could buy at the time. I guarantee it, that thing was a beast. As long as I was heavy enough to keep the front wheels digging, it would drag the back wheels up that mountain. You guys think I'm playing? Don't believe me? Don't make me break out the pictures, videos, and everything else. I got that stuff on 7 other channels and YouTube or Facebook and MeTube, and I got videos on every. You guys go over and watch all that stuff. I can't load all that stuff all on another channel. It's all over there. You guys got to find it. But I'm telling you, we did it. God loves you. I love you. My family loves you. Jesus loves you. And if you don't believe anything else, I'll tell you, seek Jesus. Love you guys.